Hello guys, welcome to our TST Dialogues, and today we are here at the Country Club in Windhoek where the ministers responsible for agriculture and aqualife are meeting throughout the day. And I'm joined here with the Director of Food, Agriculture and Natural Resources, Dr. Domingos. Welcome, Dr. Domingos, to our dialogue.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, let's get straight on it. Making a follow-up on the previous discussions when the SADC ministers met sometime last year. I remember during a press conference you were talking about the concept of drug resistance crops that SADC member states ought to embark on to ensure that there is food security in the event that we continue to have low rainfalls. Can you give us a summary on what the current states of that project, where we are, what has been done so far, and what is still to be done?
Thanks. Well, for the regional processes, it's really very important to ensure that there is enabling environment to progress with specific work that we are pursuing. In relation to the drought-resistant seeds that would be or are relevant for the current situation that we are facing of drought, which we understand that it will be our normal situation. These climatic events will always be in our region, and we have to adapt. One of the aspects that we have been pursuing is the implementation of the SADC Harmonised seed regulatory system, which is a framework that allows the implementation of or development of the good seed with good quality, but also seeds that are accessible for the farmers, both smallholder farmers and industrial. So that process of the implementation of the harmonized seed regulatory system in the SADC region is progressing. We have been developing specific packages of legal aspects related to seed certification and quarantine to ensure that the seed can be easily traded and used all over the region instead of fragmented in each of the 16 member states. So that is a process that is moving, and we have progressed significantly. The second aspect is that within that system, we currently have 48 crop varieties that have been developed, including some of them resistant to drought. So now it's a matter of ensuring that those crop varieties can be easily accessible for all the region. We do understand that the smallholder farmers, we also we are trying to address their specificities within this system through our SADC Plant Genetic Resource Center that is based in Lusaka in Zambia, where we have been collecting all the relevant seeds that are used by smallholder farmers and testing its viability and so forth.
Okay. So you said you have made a significant progress in terms of this harmonized seed in the region. Is it also still is it also in Lusaka?
No, the harmonized seed regulatory system, it's a process that is being promoted through the SADC Secretariat in headquarters, and this basically is looking all the relevant process that will allow the countries to be confident to trade the seeds all over the region. You know that the seeds can be a path for transmitting diseases. Also, we have to ensure that those seeds that are proclaimed to have certain characteristics, they really have those characteristics, and countries are confident that they really have those characteristics. So those are the process that we've been addressing. One of the aspects is that within this system, these seeds will have a logo of SADC. to ensure that these have been produced following 100% all the procedures that have been agreed.
Okay.
Yes.
So these seeds, they are coming from across the SADC member states.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And then they just to make sure we get it right. So there are a total of 48.
For the time being, we have 48 crop varieties,
All right.
mainly maize, but we do have other commodities like rice and sorghum. Yes.
Okay. So when they have been collected, so they are sold from the headquarters.
No. They are developed by, this is a private-public partnership.
Yes.
We as Secretariat, we can't develop these seeds, but the private sector that it's within the seed sector, they can develop these seeds following these agreed procedures by all the 16 member countries,
so
and then they can trade. No, they are not producing in Botswana. They are produced in any country. For example, some of the crop varieties that we are talking about now, they've been produced in Zimbabwe, in Zambia, and in other countries.
Oh, okay. It sounds interesting. So those SADC member states, for them to, what was the procedure for them to approach, let's say, that company to say, this is what we are having currently in Namibia, or this is what we're currently having in Zimbabwe, for them to actually process and see if they meet the qualities that we are looking for? How was the procedures?
No, the development of the standards and the procedures was done through the national seed authorities of all the 16 member countries, and also including what we call the plant health committees of the member states. Now, the private sector would be developing according with their skills and technology, but following strictly those procedures that have been agreed by the member state. It's only by following those criteria that the SADC Seed Center will be able to approve those varieties and control and monitor them throughout the time. So it is a partnership, a very strong partnership between the public sector, which is creating the enabling environment, and the private sector that will be implementing and producing these seeds and trading these seeds.
Okay, that's awesome. Maybe just one last question. Among the 48 seeds that have been so far agreed on, did they also put in consideration that we could be affected by maybe a lot of floods, and besides only the issue of drought, but maybe the random change of environment and weather due to climate change? Did they also put that in consideration?
Yes, there is a large spectrum of environmental conditions that they have been considered for production of these 48 crop varieties so far. But it's a continuous process as we are moving forward, and we understand better the climatic situation in our region.
Yes.
Definitely the type of seeds that will be produced according with that reality. So, the most important things that we have started, and we really have to ensure that we have very good quality seeds to allow our population to be able to cope with these permanently changing environmental situation.
Yes. So to date, how many SADC member states have actually started planting this harmonized seed?
It is a process. The harmonized seed regulatory system has been now signed by 14 member states.
Okay.
We have 16 member states, but also have to recognize that the 16th member state has recently joined.
Okay.
So we can say with the confidence that almost all the SADC member states are within this system. Now it is a room for the private sector to play their role as fast as possible. Because the current drought that we are facing, really we need seeds that can cope with this current drought situation.
To ensure that we are food secure.
Yes.
Okay guys, you've heard it for yourself. If you have any follow-up questions, query and comments, feel free to email us on sharon@southerntimesafrica.com or editor@southerntimesafrica.com. Follow us on our YouTube channel, like us on Twitter, and also follow us on our Facebook channel. Thank you so much for